Hi, this is Daniel Hutchins, and today we're on a roll tonight. We're catching up with the comic book universe, and we are going to be talking about another article from our friend Screen Rant. Kudos to all the people and team on ScreenRant.com. So, yeah, anyway, today's Screen Rant article we're going to be talking about is the Penguin. So, the Batman photos hint why Farrell's Cobblepot is really called the Penguin. Now, the Batman takes place within a dark and realistic version of Gotham City, and the new photos tease as to the true reason behind Penguin's aquatic nickname. It was also hot off the truck 10 hours ago. So here we go. New photos from the set of The Batman offer a potential reason as to why, or how, Colin Farrell's Penguin gets his nickname. The DC movie universe has no shortage of Batman at present, with Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck both returning to the streets of Gotham in the near future. But even with these seasoned vigilantes dusting off their grappling hooks, a huge amount of buzz remains over Robert Pattinson's debut as the Batman, directed by Matt Reeves. Chronicling his second year of fighting crime, the Batman pits Bruce Wayne against Paul Dano's Riddler, Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman, and Colin Farrell's Penguin. Although Farrell previously confirmed that Oswald Cobblepot has a relatively minor role in the Batman, his near unrecognizable appearance in the first trailer was the subject of much discussion. Already, the Batman has drawn selectively from DC mythology to craft a realistic world for Pattinson's Batman to inhabit. Bruce's Batmobile is now a souped-up muscle car, and Edward Nashton is the Riddler's real name, rather than the traditional pun-tastic Edward Nygma. The cast of the Batman were recently snapped to film in a funeral sequence in Liverpool, England, and on location shoot resulted in clear images of Batman, Catwoman, and Penguin. While Pattinson looked as deep and moody as he did in the trailer, Selina Kyle came across a true leather-clad fashionista in her civilian getup. But perhaps the most interesting shot was of Farrell's Penguin. Okay, so there's more, guys, don't worry. This iteration of the classic Batman villain is stockier and more physically intimidating than the traditionally short and stout Cobblepot in the DC comics, cartoons, and Batman Returns. Crucially, Farrell's character has extensive scarring running down his right cheek toward his nose and chin. The wound cuts a shape in the Cobblepot's face that looks suspiciously like a penguin beak, with a clear triangle shape falling down into the beginnings of a head. Although it's too early to say for certain, the outline of Cobblepot's scarring could be the reason for his Penguin nickname. And there's a post from Twitter. Colin Farrell looks unrecognizable as Oswald Cobblepot, the Penguin on the set of The Batman, with Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz. See the set pics. Okay. Now that's on Twitter. Has 256 loves and 107 people are following this tweet. Traditionally, in Batman lore, Cobblepot is called Penguin due to the way he looks and dresses, born short and round with a beak-like nose. Now, Oswald was often clad in black and white evening suits, giving him the appearance of a penguin and earning him the corresponding nickname from an early age. Alternate backstories behind the Penguin's name have also been used. Danny DeVito's Penguin in Batman Returns was raised by zoo penguins through childhood, and Gotham's version walked with a limp that other criminals compared to as a penguin waddle. Oswald Cobblepot receiving his Penguin nickname due to the shape of scars on his face is a novel route to take, but could explain why the Batman's loading Colin Farrell's face with such heavy prosthetics. The scar has to be emphasized because it informs the character's nickname. If the scarring is the reason behind Cobblepot's nickname in Batman, this deviation from the canon would suit both the overall design of Farrell's villain and the wider ethos of Matt Reeves' Gotham City. Unlike his comic counterpart, Farrell's Penguin appears to stand at regular height and is wearing a blue navy suit rather than a black and white. His nose is rather majestic, but it's not big enough to warrant being called Penguin. The facial scar allows the Batman to turn Cobblepot into a more realistic gangster character while still using a physical deformity as inspiration behind his nickname. While it's natural to assume that Cobblepot's penguin-shaped scar resulted in his nickname, the opposite could also prove true when the Batman finally releases. Cobblepot might have been known as a penguin even before receiving his facial injury, and a rival gangster could have intentionally carved the image of a bird into Azrael's face to disgrace him. Whatever the case is, the Batman continues to shake up established canon in the way that feels unique while still respecting the Dark Knight's DC history. So there you go, guys. That's just a little bit of information I wanted to tell you about the Penguin and the new Robert Pattinson's Batman movie. So if you guys like this content, make sure you hit a thumbs up and you subscribe. And you guys have a nice day then. Bye.